there's a hurricane going on in Utah right now. Did I read that right?
She lives in Hurricane, Utah.
Oh, duh. That shows you how geographically challenged I am. Now you guys all know the truth.
All right, we are good to go.
All right. Well, good morning, everyone. I'm so excited to be here with you today. For those of you who don't know me, oh, if there's anyone new on this line, please put a 2 in the chat and let us know you're here. I want to give you a special shout out and welcome. You don't have to turn your cameras on if you're not comfortable. Wait, Katie, you're not new. Who's new? You're playing with me. Okay, but see, I'm paying attention. I'm looking at that chat. Okay, I want to start with a quick question. Have you ever noticed that people who are thriving in this business are the ones who just love helping other people? If you love helping people, put a 1 in the chat. And if you're of that group that doesn't quite know how to make that jump from loving people and to get out of our minds how we don't want to focus on a sale, but we want to focus on meeting people where they are. Yes, I see people. I see Sunny and Melanie. I love that all of you guys know how to touch someone. So they are not just closing for those of us who have learned to reach out to people to help them. Because why? We have a service that we offer them. This isn't just about products. This is a combination of how our products provide a service to others. So when we're not just chasing a sale, we want to be focused on serving them. Because when you lead with your heart and help others, your business will just grow naturally. I know for me, everything changed when I stopped worrying about how much I was making and started just focusing on how many lives I was able to touch. When I first joined this business, I came up with an acronym. It was PAM, and then a hyphen and an O, or a dash and an O. And it was my name, but it was um, reaching out to people. Sorry. Um, it was reaching out to people and letting them know that that was what I was here to do. I was providing a service to other people. So I learned early on I needed to lead with my heart. And when that happens, your income will follow. It's almost like God is saying now you're ready to receive. So if we shift into a truth telling mode, sometimes we overthink this business. We think we need a big following. If you think you need a big following or this business doesn't work for you, put a 3 in the chat. Because, or we need a big budget. We have to be able to come on with the ultimate pack. Or we need to be like Annika and be able to reach thousands of people and care enough to share, because that's the people who finally make it in this business. That's what they're doing. But really, it just starts with impact, with helping just one person look better and live better and feel better. I see all these 3s coming in. Thank you guys all for participating. That's why I love using the Boards app and the host to post method, because it's simple, it's duplicatable, and it's built on service. Before I get into boards, I wanted to make a few announcements, and then we're going to go right into that. Dana, I think you know about a big event coming up in Calgary. Can we go ahead and will you share that with us now?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So for our friends up north, and I know we have a lot of Canadians on the line, or if you know people in Canada, PartnerCo had just finished an incredible road show in throughout Canada, which was absolutely incredible. And so the last event on this road show just ended Saturday in Kitchener, Ontario. But now to really celebrate the success, and all the events were incredible. We've been getting feedback from these events, and they've been almost everyone I've heard of was over the expectation of the event, where it was standing room only. They had seats, they had an expectation, and more people showed up, and people had to, stand because there was no seats for them. That's how incredible this roadshow was. And so, really, to celebrate the entire tour of Canada, there's going to be a special event. And sorry that this the flyer that I received is not like really high quality, but there's a special event or basically a end of year party for all of Canada that's going to be happening in Calgary, Alberta. Now, it says on the flyer December 14th, but it says TBD. So I think the date is still being determined. They're shooting for December 14th, but it may be 15th. It may, So when we get the exact details, of course, we will announce it, but just know everyone is invited in Canada. So we will have people coming in from Ontario, people coming in from BC, people coming in from Manitoba, right? To Alberta for this event, and it's a party, right? It's going to be a party, a celebration. It's going to be for business partners, but of course, if you want to sneak in some guests who are trying to take a look at the business, this might be a great thing if they're in the area as well. Um, and it looks like they already have a venue, 1235 26th Avenue Southwest. So that's the information we have. We wanted everyone just to keep that in mind now because some people might want to travel in. And so it might be something that you have to start preparing for. And but it's to me, if Partner Co is going to do a party, we've been to Partner Co events and Partner Co parties. They're going to do a party and I can attend, I want to show up. So we just want to make sure
I
our
know
Canadian
that's
family
right.
know about it. So
Thank you.
Pam, back to you.
Thank you, Dana. I know that's right. So if you guys live in Canada, enjoy this event. I am so happy to hear how well our Canadians are doing and how things have worked out so well over this last year to get those drops in. I know it's been the bane of the bane of your existence about the drops. So I'm glad that all of that stuff was worked out. I have one more road show to share with you guys, and it's in Greensboro, and it is coming up. Can you guys? Oh yeah, can you guys see my screen? Yes, it is December the 6th in Greensboro. So remember, it's $40 for the event, and our people can come for our guests come for free. It's right here. It's in the Warrior Movement. You want to go ahead and grab that ticket. It is on the 6th of December. So November seems to be a day of a month of rest. Okay, so now we're going to get into the meat of the boards. Okay. I want to say a special shout out while I'm pulling up this screen because why? Because Danielle has done a phenomenal job of helping us to update these boards. Not only her, but there's also Winter and there's Kelly. And I was looking for this to share with you today, and I realized that it's all so totally different, but it is amazing. It's perfect. It's just what we need to be able to do it. And thanks to all of you amazing people, you guys have put into the chat so many things that have helped me. For example, on the boards app, I'm having a little problem pulling up the boards in the background right now. So bear with
Hey,
me. On the
Pam,
boards
Pam,
app,
while you wait for that, why can I do another really quick just announcement
yes.
why he did some boards?
Perfect.
Thank you, Lily, for
Perfect.
getting
Thank
boards.
you.
I just wanted to
Okay.
really quick just do a couple of reminders for the drop revolution. Okay. A lot of you guys are participating, and that is fantastic. We are so grateful and appreciative. But a little reminder of a couple things. We're getting a lot of, we have to approve the posts that go in unless you're a moderator or an admin. So when we do that, there's some guidelines that we have to go by. So let's say you have a really cool post on your wall and you try to share it from your wall into the Drop Revolution, we're going to deny that post, unfortunately. So you have to take the post and refurbish it into the drop yourself. You can't share it from your personal page. We call that self-promotion, and we don't allow that in the Drop Revolution, right? That's to protect you. That's to protect your potentials. That's to protect your team. So if you want to post something, it's got to be authentically you going in there and putting the content in and posting it. And also be very mindful when, let's say you do a reel or you do a recipe, make sure you're not adding a call to action in the group unless it's an overall call to action. You can't say message me for details or I have one more box left or any kind of self-promotion. It has to be, if you're interested in the drops, make sure you tag whoever added you. If you don't know, tag admin so they can help you find, who can help you place your order. We just want to make sure that it's a general generic group. And that's not just because we want it that way. It's to protect everyone, right? It's just we want everybody to be safe in that group and not to have to worry about anything. So just those reminders as you're wanting to post stuff and get it approved. If you're not getting some stuff approved and you're like, what's going on? That's probably why. So I just wanted to put that out this morning and remind you. But thank you for all the engagement. We're absolutely loving it. We are beginning week 4, if you can believe it. I just cannot. We're so excited. So it's going to be an amazing week. So thanks, guys.
Perfect, Kelly. And I think, did you, that was absolutely perfect. Did you mention that always to put please follow up with the person who brought you into this group? Did you mention that part?
Yes, perfect.
Perfect.
Like I would just post that for anything, even if you're not doing a call to action, just like a daily reminder for people. So anything you post, just say, if you're interested, tag whoever added you to the challenge. And a lot of people don't know because a lot of people have been in there for a year or two and they have no idea. They got off social media. So just say, if you don't know, tag admin. That way we can look them up through the machine in our back end. And that way we can know who can help them. Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly. Okay, so I do have them up and ready. These boards are so incredible. So I was having a little hard time finding them, and I realized that that they have been updated. And tomorrow, James is going to go into really good detail about the boards. But a big shout out to Danielle and Kelly and the rest of the team. So in the Warrior Movement boards, there is this ability up at the top to search in boards. Someone on the call, and I realized that it's only when you're using the app boards.com. So you have to go into your URL. So it's usually only when you're on your computer. But last week, somebody put into the group chat, which is why it's so amazing. Thank you for all your feedback and comments, and said that when you're on your phone, you can do the same thing. So instead of just pulling up the actual boards app, just go to your URL and type in boards.com and then pull up the Warrior Movement. So that was a learning for me. I hope that helps you guys. So in Warrior Movement, there are referral post ideas, and there is this box right here. So what am I talking about when I talk about a referral post? There's actually 2 things. Number 1, when we want our people to be a good friend, say we have a very good friend and they are able to, they say, well, I really don't want to do your business, but I'm willing to help you. There's a lot of groups out there where you can actually put in posts to get people interested. So in the boards, there is this, what to send to people. And it also shows us step-by-step when a girlfriend or a friend, male friend, whatever, when they do it, it's how we respond and exactly what we say back. I'm not going to go through all of these, but I want you to know it's right here in this, because what I was talking about last week was, do you often get someone who comments to you and says, I really want this, but I can't afford it. And I want you to know there's 2 different ways we can help people to afford the drops. And the one that specifically that I want to talk about is how to allow someone to do a post, because there is the ability to buy a pack of 4 set of drops, and you can sell each box for $150, which is $450 total for 3. But that when you purchase the pack of 4, there's still one more bottle. So they can actually do a post, get 3 friends to purchase at $150. They collect the money and they can deposit it directly into their account. And then when they receive it, they're going to get 4. And so what they're doing is by posting and doing the host to post, they don't have money. It's real easy to say, well, what if I can help show you a way where you can get your box absolutely free? But not only that 450 would pay for their membership and help them to build a business. And they're coming on totally activated at 200 PV. So this is a simple block post, color block post that you can teach them to put onto their Facebook group. And then I'm going to go through very quickly what it is how we want to respond to that. And it's all here in this. So this is the color block post. One of my friends found a doctor-backed simple system that's helping people lose weight naturally, balance hormones, and feel so amazing. If you're curious, I can connect you. Just comment hello. How simple is that? That is incredibly simple. And there's actually 2 of them posts that you can use, this one or that one. You have to teach them how to do a color block. If you guys don't know what I mean about a color block post, it's all in boards. So that is how I was able to help someone who told me she didn't have money. She did the host to post, and it clearly tells you also like the text to put in. This one here teaches you how to make a color block post. It's a video with our beautiful Tammy that will help teach you if you don't know. And yeah, so this is how, and that's what happened. I had a girlfriend who said she didn't have money. She did the host to post, and when she did it, 3 people responded. She signed up, got in as a brand partner. And in addition to that, she was able to get her box for free. Super simple. I hope that makes sense to you guys. And if you have any questions, you can put it in the chat and I'll get to them. But in the meantime, the purpose of this call is an IPA. And what does that mean? It's income producing activity. And what we're asking for, so go ahead and start. For those of you who know what an income producing activity is, please raise your hand. If you don't know where the hand button is, it's under at the bottom of your screen. It says react. You click on that react button, and then there's some effects, and then it says raise hand. So feel free to go ahead and raise your hand right now. And what we want to share is our IPAs, income producing activity. These are things that you've done this weekend. It could, a lot of you, there's been a lot of activity. I know that Oktoberfest is here. People are doing vendor events, and we are absolutely following our boards. So so with that said, I see Allison hand is raised. Allison, go ahead. Let's hear your IPA.
Hey guys, happy Monday. Oh my gosh, so I had a lot of traction this weekend as far as people asking for information, but this was something crazy. This is something that I always was hard for me to learn in my other business, is how to pivot the conversation to health instead of just letting it go for months and never doing that. So yesterday I got this friend request from this person, and I don't remember her, but I noticed we had a lot of friends in common, but she didn't say hey or anything in the thing. So I took it to Messenger when I saw it before I accepted it. And I said, hey, Krista, just saw you sent me a friend request. Just curious if you had been hacked, since we don't know each other, but we do have some amazing friends. I like to just kind of say, because you never know, I get hacks all the time. And she responded, no, I did send it. I think we know each other back in the day. My sister went to high school, yada, yada, yada. Well, it didn't ring the bell right off the bat. But I said, oh, that's the connection. I said, my brain doesn't work lately. And I said, I just wanted to check because I always get hacked. I said, my sister still lives in Leawood. Anyway, we started carrying on this conversation. And she went on to say, I said, so how are you doing? I always ask her a question, how are you doing? What's going on in your life? And she says, well, I'm recently retired, but trying to look for a little side hustle, and I'm working at the church right now or whatever. So I heard the word retired, right? That was my kind of my thing. And so we continued to go. And she says, what's going on in your life? And I said, this is what I said. I said, well, I'm retired too, but I have a health coaching business and I help women and men in their health with balancing their hormones. And then I just turned around and said, do you have grandkids? I kind of did ask another question. And she said, oh, I saw that. She asked if it was my previous business. And I said, no, I actually resigned from that about 4 months ago. And I said, and then she said, well, I tried that and nothing worked. And so anyway, it went into, I said, well, I'd love to, send you some information if you're looking again. And she said, I would absolutely love that. And she ended up ordering. So I took something that was like, I wasn't going to really accept the friend request because I couldn't remember her. But I turned it into, hey, I didn't say, hey, I guess what I'm selling the drops. I'm just, I'm retired too, but this is what I'm doing now. And it led to her buying the drops. So I thought that was pretty cool because I've had kind of on a dry streak the last few days, but I've got a few more. And then another lady this morning ordered the 3-pack plus, Renew. She was a former client of mine too, and she reached out. She's been watching. So that was the 2 I had this week.
Wow, Allison, that was amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. So what I heard from Allison, I hope we picked up, and there might be a few nuggets, and I'm going to take Kelly next, and she could also add maybe a few more nuggets. But what I heard is you made a connection. You tried to figure out where that connection was first. Why? Because we're trying to make relationships with people. It's all about service. So you wanted to know, and then you listened to what she had to say. She used the word retire, and you gleaned on that, but you didn't just take that one word and jump into, okay, well, I have a business and blah, 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 let me help you with retirement. No, that's not what people want to hear. But what you did is you normalized it. Oh my gosh, me too. So you're making a better connection with her. And then you listen to what her needs are and you filled in the blank. Diving deeper is the key to this. You ask a question, you ask another question, you ask another question. Somebody says, in my old world of nursing, we had to ask a question. For an injury, why did it happen? Well, why did that happen? Well, why did that happen? It's basically the same thing, just diving in each layer to get to it. But when we do that, we're making a personal connection. We're letting them that we care more about them than we care about our needs, which is to sell a box of drops or to get a brand partner. So that's incredible. Kelly, I'm going to please share yours and fill in the blank first, and then go ahead and share yours. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. Allison, that was so good. I want to just kind of drill down on something really quick. Allison, and you can respond to this. Allison, did you always message with that type of confidence and posture when you started in your health and wellness business?
If I could show you some of the ways I used to comment, it was horrible. It seriously took me a while in art to try to figure out how to pivot. I would just like, oh my gosh, I have a new business. I was just trying to just sell them right off the bat. And it never worked. Never worked.
Yeah, I love that. And I think it's important because this is a skill that Allison has learned, and she's continuing to build the muscle of conversations. And that's so important because sometimes we overthink conversations. We're so excited that someone's in the inbox or send us a friend request. So we immediately go to the sale. We immediately go to join my team, right? And instead of doing that, Allison came with just confidence and posture and curiosity. Like, hey girl, how do we know each other? Remind me. She didn't just jump off, hey, are you interested in the drops? You know what I mean? We want to ask, but there's times for that. And there's times for what Allison just did. And that's confidence and posture. So I think that was an excellent, example of that. And we have to do that more so we can get really good at it. Then we can know when we do that and then when we ask the right questions. So that's a great job. I had an IPA this weekend, and it's funny because it made me think a little bit. I've had products sitting in my cabinet for a couple weeks. And I don't know why I did that. Like, that is so silly. Like, why do I have products in my cabinet with the door shut sitting in the kitchen? Like, that's ridiculous. So I thought, I bought this pack at PXP and I had a Sugar Stop, I had some Renew, I had an Everglow and Max. So I just took a picture of everything sitting on my counter by a pumpkin, and I posted it. And yeah, Allison stole that idea and sold a couple of things. Y'all, like, I waited weeks to do that. Why did I do that? That's just silly. If you have products at home that you've bought in a pack, you need to make a picture today and post it on your social media and grab someone's attention and say, hey, I've got an extra whatever, and I guess I'm willing to let it go because I want you to feel amazing, right? I'm going to let it go at, my cost or the preferred customer cost or whatever it is, and give them a special deal because I sold everything in that photo. Literally, it was 2 boxes of Renew, Everglow, a Sugar Stop, and 2 boxes of Max. That's a lot of products and a lot of money. So I was like, why did I wait weeks to do that post, right? And from that post, because I had already sold the products, I had a lady who is she owns a restaurant in our town. A lot of people know her. She's great. And she commented and she wanted to try it, but it was sold. So instead of just saying, well, I don't have any left, I said, hey, you know what? You can get the same pricing as a subscribe and save customer. So let's get you, place your order, blah, blah, blah. She did. She bought the Sugar Stop and the drops. So it's just a simple conversation of like, hey, you're not going to miss out because I can give you that same price as a subscribe and save customer online. So she's like, okay. And she ordered it. It was going to go right to her house. And so I just think, gosh, sorry, my phone always rings during IPAs. It's my phone. People love to call me during IPA. So I just wanted to challenge everybody. If you do have products that you're sitting on, if you have an extra box of drops, if you have a Sugar Stop or a Renew or whatever it is, don't let it sit in your pantry for a week. Put it on your counter. Take a picture with the pumpkin. Go outside and take a cute photo and put it up on your social media and see who grabs it because they want it. It's like this fear of loss of like, ooh, she's got it at her house. Like, I'm finally going to ask her about it, or I want to grab that box or whatever it is. And if you do sell it and you have more, tell them, hey, no worries. I'm going to get you that same price as a subscription customer and go that route and tell them. So I just thought that was, such a simple post that I made and I sat there for weeks without doing it. So I was like, shame on me. So that's all I did.
Kelly, that's amazing. You said you sat on that for weeks. I have not ever thought of that in the 8 years I've been in this company. So that was brilliant. How many of you put it in the chat if you absolutely do exactly what Kelly says, do a post and just say you have these extra products. So Kelly, my question to you, did you sell them at your price or you gave them the 15% off? Because
yes, I did it at the subscribe and save price. And I do that so I can say, so I can say, hey, I can get you that same discount as a subscribe and save customer. So it's just easier.
Oh, I think that's amazing. How many of you guys are going to go out and do a post like that? If you have some stuff in your house and you want to be able to get rid of it, what a perfect idea. And then I love also because that takes thinking to think, oh, no worries. How many of us would have just said, oh, I'm all gone. That was it. I'm done. That's just a common answer, but to be able to jump into it and pivot and say, hey, no worries. I got you. I'm going to give you that same price and do it this way. I thank you for that. I'm so glad I was on today because I have a huge takeaway. Thank you. Diane, I see your hand. Please, you're next. And then Eric, you're on after that, and then Alita. I'm dying to hear the
Here I
IPA.
am. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody? Well, yesterday I did a wonderful event yesterday, and it was at my church, and we celebrated first responders. I put a lot of pictures in late last night. So it was wonderful. I had a great time. My table, I had so many people stop by. I did have my little sign-up sheet so I could follow up with people. So I had 2 people that bought right there at the table, but they wanted the advantage, but it was okay. So they bought that, and then I had 10 people sign up, wanted more information. So last night I sat down and put 7 of them in the machine, and then I sent links because the person wanted to buy the drops and the Advantage, but she didn't have the money. But she said, if you could send me the link, I will buy it. So I sent her the link. And then I had a gentleman who knew about Noni because his parents used to drink it. So he asked me for the link for the Noni and all the information. So I went to the Share app and I sent him all the information. Also, I told him he could go to PubMed and he can look Noni up there, that it talks so much about cancer, inflammation, whatever he wanted to know, it was there. So I had a very good, happy event yesterday. So I'm pleased for that yesterday.
Well, thank you so much, Diane. I love it. I mentioned in the beginning, doing events are amazing. And I love that you were able to help them to get their links right away and or sell products that you have on hand. That's another thing, like Kelly said, there's a lot of vendor events going on that are very inexpensive. My husband and I are doing one in a few days, and it's $40. And it's indoors. I'm excited to be able to do that. And I love that I have a partner who I can do it with. But these vendor events, selling all the products that we have, that should be our mindset when we go in. We're going to get rid of everything on the table and have a list of people to follow up with. So thanks, Diane. I'm so happy that you're continuing to move that business forward. Eric, you're next.
Good morning, everybody. Sometimes you wake up on a Monday morning and you're a little groggy and you're a little moody and just starting all over a week. I started thinking about the way that people perceive us on Mondays. If we are accelerating, if we are renewed, if we are excited about our Monday, it's certainly going to change the atmosphere for the people that are around us. But like Diane was saying, as far as events, there are restaurants and bars all over town, in every town, that are doing a happy hour. And I've just decided on Fridays, because actually my IPA is about this. The last 2 weeks, it's been slow all week long. Monday, crickets. Tuesday, crickets. The last 2 Fridays, I've put something on there about getting paid by Partner Co. And I've gotten a new brand partner last Friday and this past Friday. And it's just basically focusing on the fact that it's Friday, it's payday. A lot of people are going to be more prone to purchase something on payday than they are on Monday. So you might want to think about, we're starting our first happy hour Friday. This Friday is called Freedom Friday. And so we're just going to have samples of all of the products. We're going to have the videos, before and after pictures. And so I'll give you some feedback on that. But anyway, focus on your Fridays. If you're having a bad week, don't give up. Don't give up, because you never know. That Friday, it's been 8 o'clock at night, and I signed up a new brand partner with about 400 volumes. So it was awesome.
Wow, that's amazing. I love all these ideas coming out. Anything we can do for those who have businesses, for those who are putting stuff in business, why not talk? And to be able to speak on social media about Pay Fridays. That's one of my favorite expressions, to be able to share with people about Friday and payday. People start to see those posts, Eric, and they're saying, yeah, I would like to get paid every week. So excellent idea. Next up is Alita. Take it away.
Good morning. All this is speaking to me so much. I finally, after 4 months, launched on Friday. And Allison is so happy. I see her smiling. It's been a struggle. But, I had a rainy day weekend, and so it was perfect to launch on Friday. I've had 26 people ask. 6 or 7 asked for pricing, and have actually sold to 2 people. And
Wow.
so, yeah. Speaking about Mondays, I had one of those nights last night. I'm a diabetic, and it was just like my alarms were going off all night. And so it was like, I'm not getting on today, but I was just too excited, needed y'all's uplifting. I appreciate it so much. The nurse part in me is trying to figure out the business and bring in the caring. That's the part I miss in my job right now, because I work from home. And so anyway, first of all, thank you, Allison. Thank you all. And I don't know if you can hear it. My alarm's going off now. So, yeah, it's great. I feel so much better since I've launched and looking forward to just helping people. So thank y'all.
Wow, that's amazing. I love it. I love how sometimes life just takes us down and then we come up with a great idea and we do it. And you sold to two people. That's exactly what you do. That's why we have these IPAs. We need you all to come on board, and you came on today. You thought, oh, we're tired. We don't want to be here. But really, it's about showing up. And it's just one nugget, one thing that we can hear that we can move forward with today. So thank you so much. Hey, I'm noticing in the chat room, Cassie asked some questions about what to send. And thank you for putting that in there because I realized I didn't go through all of that. So let me share my screen one more time. And
Hey, Pam, can I say something here?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I have to say this. Did you hear what she said? We need to listen to this. She said she waited 4 months to launch. I love this. This is so good. Y'all, she had 26 human beings reach out about what she's doing. 26. And 2 of those people ordered, okay? So 26 people, you guys. How exciting is that? And 2 of those 26 placed an order. So even though Alita didn't have, she was like, you know what? Let me get a story. Let me get a journey. Let me feel comfortable. I'm going to kind of sit in my comfort zone for 4 months. She did it though. And I remember her being on, I think it was the Tuesday night, was it our onboarding? And she said she had been on it. She's like, hey, I just haven't launched. And Danielle and I were like, let's go. Like, let's do it tonight. And Allison's like, yes. It took her a little bit of hand holding and a little bit of cheerleading, but she did it. She felt confident and she said, you know what? I'm doing it. And she did it, and 26 people reached out. And that is incredible. So show her some massive love in the comments. That was so brave. That was so incredible. And I know that it will be more than 2. So now she's got 26 people to follow up with and keep touching and loving on so they can be part of this community too. So amazing job. Well done, Alita.
And I want to jump in here real quick too, guys. Not everybody's going to be at the pace that we want them to be, right? And I can remember the first time I had to hit post, it was so scary. And let me just tell you how proud I am of you. I mean, I'm just so proud. I mean, she went to PXP and the key is let your people launch when they feel comfortable. But in the meantime, make them feel comfortable with it's okay. Don't push them. Just say, you know what? I'm here. I'm going to encourage you. And I asked her after she posted, I said, was that as scary as you thought? And she said, no. So it was like, you just have to give them their space and just like Kelly said, love on them. And some people need more and some people are going to take off without you and they won't need you. So just meet them where they're at. That I just loved it. It just made my day.
That is incredible. I love you guys. A big shout out to my wingmen or wing ladies. Not sure how it's politically correct, but to Kelly and to Allison, who really have our backs. And I love that we each tag team off of each other because we want to make sure that we're giving you everything that you need. So thank you to my wing ladies. I want to just share one more thing, and then we're going to go ahead and end this call. As I mentioned in the very beginning, put in this comment what you're looking for. You will find whatever it is you want. So Cassie was asking me, what do I say and how do I follow up? This is how I figure out what to do. I go up to the top and just put it in and click on it. And then it opens up with send this to interested referrals. So the first thing we do when we ask them to do the post is we have to go in and we have to love on their post. It's just like people who are just starting out and we put in there, hey, give this person some love. We go in and we'll tag our own pictures. So put in 3 or 4 pictures of other people. And once they do that, then we go, we ask other people to put in, or we just go into our transformation folder and put in 3 or 4 different people. And then we're the people who are following up. So if you just go into this search bar and put in exactly what you're looking for, you will find what it is you send, how to send it to them, and all of that. It is the easiest way. And I wanted to, instead of just showing you, I just wanted to show you how you can find out what you're looking for. So remember, the boards are going through a huge process that James is going to dive deeper into. So using this search bar. So when people, after they do their post and people start responding, you only teach them this little piece, and that is, thank you. Give them a heart. And we use hearts instead of the like button because hearts improve the algorithm. It boosts your post on the algorithm so more eyes can come to get to it. So we just thank them, and then we never put in the comment section of their post any information. We teach them just to say, I'll DM you with what to say. And then we go in and share some information with them. We send them the first link. We can send them our boards. We can send, not our boards, I'm sorry. We can send them our link to the machine to give them more information. So we're working tandem with the person who did the post. So they did the post, and then they say, thanks, I'll have Pam get back to you. And that's what they write in their comment section. And then me as Pam, I go in and share my link with them. I'm careful to make sure I have a conversation with that person who's doing the host to post for me, and make sure that if they are going to sign up as a brand partner, I'll help them create their own link so that when they can get their prospects to send money. But most of the time, to be clear, the money comes from somebody Venmoing them or Zelling them the money, or whatever, Cash App, whatever forms of cash you use. They're collecting the money from their 3 friends, and then they can deposit it into their account and have the money to pay the entire purchase. I hope that makes sense. If you have a question, just Francine, go ahead.
Yeah,
Kelly,
I'm
go
gonna
ahead,
say-
and then Francine.
Yeah, really quick. I want to add to this. If you're thinking, oh, I really want to do that, but how would I reach out to somebody, or who would be a good person to reach out to? If you guys have done a post about who wants to win a free box of drops for our drawing in the drop revolution, this would be a great reach out to any of those people. So let's say you've got 10 people that commented they want to earn or win a free box of drops. I would send them this message like, hey, thanks for, commenting on my free box of drop giveaway. That's not until next week or 2 weeks from now or whatever the day is. But I have an idea if you could want to get your drops for free, and ask them to host a post, because these people are looking for a discount or they're looking for ways to get a free box. So that means they want to try the drops. Okay. They've already told you they want to try them. They've already told you that their finances are strained because they want to win. They've commented on your win a free box of drops. So I would go back and see who you've posted or who's commented on your post about that, and I would reach out and ask them to host a post today.
That's a great idea. That's an amazing idea. And also, just one more quick thing, in the boards, there is the option for people to pay with PayPal, and it's 4 payments. So if someone does say that they don't have the money, that's another thing we can say, well, hey, and there's a board for that. So put it in the search bar and say, when people say they don't have money, and it will take you to the post that you can just copy and paste and send to them. So whether we're looking for people or when we're talking to people, so there's a huge pool of people you can pull from, people that you have already reached out to. And also when you hear those words from someone on a phone, all we want to make sure you're doing is saying, okay, well, maybe I'll check back with you in a month or 2. That's what I used to do. I'm like, okay, well, I'll check back. And now all of these handy scripts are available. Francine, go ahead, please. Love to hear your IPA.
Okay, so well, this is not my IP. I'm just asking for clarification on the host of post.
Mhm.
So the person, like my friend, okay, for example, I asked her to host a post, and then some people under their comments. So when they comment, is she sending them to me, and then I send the post that says
Yes.
send interested prospects or whatever? Refer?
Yes. Yes. So when
that.
when someone says that, yeah, when someone says they're interested or want more information, all she has to say is, my friend Pam is going to get back to you. But in the actual script, just say, check your DMs. That's all you want to say on the Facebook post. That person responds back, check your DM. When they go to their DM, whether it's under Messenger or messages, then they will say, hey, my friend Pam is going to send you some more information. She has she has the information. She's going to send you a link. So it is not on the actual post that they're commenting. She's referring them back. But when she DMs her, when she responds back to them, then that's when she's going to say, Pam's going to reach out to you. And then I will share the information. I will share a video with them and help follow up. So that's putting us, and then she can put us in a 3-way chat and she can hear all the conversation and know what's going on. That's just another step you can take after that.
So
Yeah.
Does that answer?
even though she's tagged me in the post, I'm not the one going under there and responding directly to the
You
person.
can, if you,
So,
you
yeah, I
can.
was gonna
If
say-
she tagged you in the post, go ahead, Kelly. Mhm.
I would say this is how I would do it. This is just me personally.
Okay.
If I said my friend
Okay.
Susie is going to do a host to post, she's going to post my picture and she's going to say something like, I'm joining my friend Kelly in a 90-day challenge. I'm super excited to try the products, blah, 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 blah. If you want to do it with me, drop a hello. Okay. And other people are like, okay, what is this that you're going to do with Kelly? She's tagged me in the post so I can see it. I would say you are going to go comment, like Susie would go comment to her friends. I'm going to DM you info. I'm going to DM you info. I'm not putting any info in the comment section because it gives it all away, right? It takes the curiosity out. I would tell my friend Susie to immediately add me and that person in a chat. So if Cassie is interested, Susie's going to put Cassie and me in a chat with her. So the three of us are going to be in a chat and she's going to say, this is Kelly. This is where I'm getting the products from. She can tell you or answer any questions, blah, blah, blah. And if, like Pam said earlier, if the potential, like if Susie isn't a brand partner yet, if she's just waiting to see if she can get the money for a 4-pack, she doesn't have a machine link. So I might share my machine link, or I might share just the drop video in there so I can get people knowing what the drops are. And then that friend is going to Venmo Susie the money, right? That's the whole idea, is she needs 3 friends to send $150. But because Susie isn't a brand partner yet, she's just piquing people's curiosity to see who else might want to buy the product. I would always ask to put them in a group chat with me. That way I can answer any questions and I can give her the material. Like, here's the video to watch. I can answer the questions. And then if she says yes, then that's her first $150 towards her whatever route she wants to go, if it's the 4-pack or whatever. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay. Francie, your hand's still up. You're done. Okay. Katie, we're wrapping up, but go ahead.
Yes, quick question, because I'm a step-by-step person. What if she doesn't get 3 people? Is she going to go ahead and do this anyway?
Well, we don't know that, but we have to, first we're going to believe that she will. And not all people do. That's true. Maybe then she'll realize, hey, I see how easy this is. I still want to go ahead. Maybe she'll get a 3-pack. If she doesn't get the 4-pack, maybe she will have to put in something. Or I can transition her over to PayPal and do it in 4 easy payments. It doesn't matter. Because she took the money by Venmo, because that money can come to me and I can help her, send it out. Those are just the thoughts of basically how this can happen. And yes, there's a lot more thinking involved in it. Get to the person who brought
I
you on and
overthink.
help
I'm
them
sorry.
help you.
No, that's a great
Yeah, no
question,
worries.
Katie. I love that question. That's actually a really great question. And we can go over scripts because I have some scripts that have that exact, we put some detail in there. Like, okay, I'm looking for 3 people. If I can get 3 people, then we're going to do a discount for the product, right? There's a lot of little language twists that we can put in there. So just message, one of us and we can help you with that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so thank you guys all for your feedback. It's all so helpful. So I just want to end today with, let's use the boards. It's not just as a tool, but as our bridge to help build more people, reach more hearts, and remind them that yes, they can do this too. Let's make this simple, not overcomplicated, because when we focus on impact, the income will always follow. So thank you guys for joining me today. And thank you again, a special shout out to Allison and Kelly and for helping me and being my wing girls. Today we're closing out in prayer. For those who want to join us, please stay on. If that's not your thing, no worries. We're so happy that you're here. And remember, tomorrow, James is going to take us into deeper depth. So if I didn't get to your question, let's join tomorrow morning. That's your reason. And to bring more people on this call. We got up to 57. I'm stoked. We'll bring them on the call. And Denise, if you could just lead us in prayer. Thank you guys all. And see you tomorrow.
Yes. Good morning. Thank you so much. Thank you for this, Pam and Kelly and Allison. So good. And as I was praying and meditating this morning, I kept hearing the word giving, really strong. And thinking about our community, and we are a community of givers. And I just love that. And so, Father, we just come to you today with gratefulness. We thank you so much for all the opportunities we have here, Father, as a community here in Partner Co., as working together, partnering together, learning together. Thank you for all the tools. Thank you for all the gold nuggets that we received today and what we can use and do to help each and every one of our businesses. We're so grateful for that. Father, thank you for this day and for the rest of the week as we go out, for blessing our goings and blessing our comings. And thank you for all the people that we're going to be meeting and building relationship with. Thank you, Lord, that is all part of what we're doing, is giving of ourselves and serving others and loving where people are at. So thank you for all of that. And thank you for everything that we have. In Jesus' name, amen.
And a special shout out to Dana for being my wingman.
That's right.
Thank you guys all. Have a blessed
Have a good day, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Great
Guys,
call.
thank you.
Blessings, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Amen.